Welcome to Ask Me Anything, featuring spiritual medium and psychotherapist Kellee White.
Hi, everybody. I'm spiritual medium Kellee White, and this is Ask Me Anything for January 27th, 2022. How is everybody doing out there? Well, I'll tell you how I'm doing. I'm actually doing really well. And thanks for asking about my grandson, August. Everybody had asked me about him, and he's doing really well. It turned out he did not have COVID. It was an ear infection. Sometimes an ear infection is just an ear infection. So I was really, really happy about that. And I am on a small on a farm in a small town in Wisconsin, and it's minus 17. Yesterday was minus 17. So I told my sister in LA, she said, "Oh, is it cold there?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it's cold." She goes, "Well, how is it?" And I go, "It's minus 17." So she goes, "17? That's not too bad, right?" I mean, I go, "Yeah, it's minus 17. Did you miss that piece of it?" Um, it's really cold here. So I have to say hi to everybody. And if you're from the where I am, and if you're in the East Coast, you guys are having some major blizzard right now. Oh my God, it's a winter thing. Hi, Marielle. I want to say hi to you, Teresa. Hi, hi, hi. Glad you're watching the show. Hi, Troy. Oh, you're close to me, Burr. Well, right at that again. I'll try to get cards for you guys. I just want to say hi to everybody first. But if you're in Wisconsin, you get this cold thing, right? Hi, Stacy. Oh my God, you have the coolest furniture. Stacy sent me some pictures of the work that she does. Really cool stuff, Stacy. And I know you're in Iowa, so you get this cold thing. Hi, Renee Martinez. How are you, honey? Happy Thursday. Hi, Deborah Weaver. My gosh. Hi, Arlene from Fort Worth. I do love Fort Worth, I have to say. Hi, Julie West. Hi, Patty Weeks. Oh my gosh. Now, I think you're cold where you are, Patty. I think, because aren't you like in Big Bear? That's cold. Hi, Kim Ann. Hi, Elizabeth Preston. Oh my God. Now I know you're cold. You've got to be. Hi, Dee from Chicagoland. Hi, Verna. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Cheryl. Hi, Karen Bennett. Oh my gosh. Hi, Lynn. Hi, Lee. Hi, Lori Counts. Oh, thank you. I don't know why I was in a purple mood. I really was. Hi, oh, how sweet. Hi, Steve Kanicki. Oh, I have to say, Steve's a great, great writer. So if you can go to his site, Steve Kanicki, Kanicki, and look up some of his books. He's written some really interesting books, you guys. A great writer. So check out a lot. Really spiritually edgy, cool. You've got to check his books out. So please go to. I think they're on Amazon. So check out some of his books. Um, and oh, this is so. Hi, Leanne from Australia. So I could just go and hi, Kelly. So sweet. Hi, everybody. Hi, Tracy. I could just keep going, but I'm going to start with astrology right now. So this was a such a strange time we're all in, right? I mean, we're just all in this oddball time. But one thing, I mean, we do have some things to look forward to, and one of them is on the 29th of January, Venus finally goes direct. So in Capricorn. So now let me just backtrack. So that's something to look forward to that I'm going to talk about in a minute. On January 24th, the planet of Mars is a planet of, of intensity, war. It's a male energy. It entered Capricorn. So that goes until March 6th. And that's exalted in Capricorn. Mars is exalted, means it really likes being here. And I was talking about the show on Monday. If you saw the show with James and me on Both Sides Now and Beyond, and we had a great guest, Gordon Smith, who's a wonderful, wonderful medium. I mean, one of the best mediums in the world. And it was just a great show. So if you haven't seen it, take a look at it. It was just a great show. But what I was talking about is on Monday was that this Mars in Capricorn brings action. It's action oriented. It means that it gives you discipline. It gives you courage. It gets you to get things done. All right. And that's Mars. Now, Mercury is still retrograde, but that goes direct I think it's about February 2nd or 3rd. It goes direct in Capricorn again, which is interesting because Capricorn again gets things done. It's practical. So that it's actually a good placement for Mercury because will get things done that you've maybe postponed or any of that. And on the 29th, as I mentioned, on January 29th, Venus goes direct in Capricorn. So the positive thing about that is you're going to start to come alive again. If you felt held back by anything in the last, I'm going to say 6 weeks or so, like since about Christmas time, frankly. But if you felt held back in relationships or in business or anything, about February 2nd or 3rd, things will push ahead for you. Okay. So that's a good sign. That means that you'll have the energy to do things and you'll feel like you're alive again, basically. So just know that. And all of these planets, these personal planets, Venus, Mars, and Mercury, they all are in personal planets, means that you'll be doing work on yourself and it's practical work. So it would look like this. You wanted to go see a therapist? Do it. You wanted to get help for something? Do it. You wanted to start a new business? Do it. This is the time to take action. Okay. This is a year that has all kinds of pitfalls in it, but this is the time right now. I would say take some action. Kim Ann, tell me the truth. How many glasses do you have? Okay, I was laughing so hard when I put these purple ones on. Thank you for noticing. I think I have a whole basket. I think I have about 25. I'm not kidding you. But they're like the real inexpensive ones, that you can get. Like I think I get like a 5 for like $15 or something, and they break constantly. But I'm a product of my mom. She used to be like matchy matchy, so I guess I'm matchy matchy now. But thanks for noticing. I think that's so. Yeah. Um, Thanks, Michelle. She says, "I love your purple glasses and blouse." Thank you, and thanks for wishing me good things for August, my grandson. That's so great. Thank you for that. So, Lynn says, "I'm from Minnesota. I know the feeling, right? It's so cold." So, I want to talk about something before I go into the mini readings, which I'm going to do. I've got a lot of mini readings here already set up, and I have a lot of questions that I really want to get to and answer. But I want to start off with we are doing on February 12th. Dr. Shirley and Pellizzari, James Van Prague, and Geraldine Glass, who's an international sound healer, sound bowl healer. We're doing an event called the COVID Effect. And I know there's been a lot of pushback on that because it has, it's a lot of, I guess the word COVID brings up a lot of reactions. We're doing it truly to help a lot of people, just to help with maybe isolation or trauma or grief that has caused this, because I have worked with so many people that have been isolated and so many people that have had loss. And it's an interesting kind of loss as we go through this. And so from a spiritual standpoint, I'm going to be talking about why it's even here. What are we learning from this? And it's going to be an open dialogue between James and me, and James and Shirley, and James and me and Shirley. So it'll be a really interesting dialogue because Shirley's going to talk about it from a psychological standpoint and give you tools of how to work with anxiety, depression, grief, sadness, these kind of things. And so it's going to be but positive and upbeat, and it's going to be a real dialogue where people can ask questions and we'll answer all the questions. So if you wanted to be able to spend some time with the four of us, you'll be able to get, in that I'm including Geraldine in that, you'll be able to really get some answers for things that maybe you've just wanted to talk about. I mean, we're all feeling the stress of everything. We just are. And I mean, I dream of going to a restaurant one day, you know. I'm serious. I'm not kidding. It's in my dreams at this point. But anyway, it's designed, we made it affordable for people. So please join us, and you can get it on my website. Um, I believe it's on my website, or you can go to the Facebook page and find it. But it's going to be really good. So I wanted to talk about that for a bit. It'll be fun too. We always have a good turnout, and a lot of good things happen when we do this. And James is going to do a meditation. Oh, and Geraldine is going to be doing 30 minutes of sound healing. And it's amazing. If you haven't had a sound healing before, whew, is it something? So anyway, now I'm going to do some readings. I mean, before I get into the mini readings, I want to answer some questions because these are some great questions, and I so appreciate when you guys. I love to do mini readings too, but I also love the questions because I think that they're important. Oh, hi, Cece. Oh my gosh, I haven't seen you in a long time. Hi, Sharon Davis. Getting a blizzard this weekend, Julie, right? I know, it's amazing. Oh, hi, Lizette. Oh my gosh. Thank you very much, honey. Hi, Beth. So I'm going to answer this first question. And she said, this is from Lana Atkinson. So, Lana, this is a question that you asked. She said, what happens to a person's soul if they commit suicide? And so the actual term is complete suicide, but I'm just reading it word for word here. But it's complete suicide, is what we say, because it's not, there's no crime committed. All right. So, anyway, just a technicality, but it's an important one. We have a family friend who did take his life, and I was wondering if they go to heaven. Thanks. Yes, yes, they do. They go to the other side. There's no such thing as hell. They're not going to hell for this. So when there is a suicide, they're never alone either. You need to know that. So on the other side, a call will go out to the universe before anybody passes of anything. There's no such thing as an accident. There's no even in a suicide, the call would go out to the universe. So either a loved one would be right there to help them to get to kind of guide them. Here we go, to be there with them, or a guide, a spirit guide. But they're never alone when that happens. Okay. And sometimes, and James and I have had many, many discussions about this, sometimes it would have been an agreed upon situation in a family before they incarnate. So a soul group gets together and one might say, I don't know. I might, choose to leave early, and it would be to help others learn things. So, what did you learn from this, or what is this family learning from this? Sadness, grief, compassion, kindness, maybe they've learned not to, like to pay attention now to things that were really important here. So there's all kinds of things in this. Sometimes I'll I'll say that, perhaps that soul put too many things in this lifetime to do, to put too much, and the stress was too much. But they don't go to hell. Okay. I really wanted to make sure that they're nothing but loved on that side. All right. And also, sometimes suicide is, dyadic in nature, meaning they're pissed off at somebody. That happens too. But regardless of whatever it is, they don't go to hell. Okay, I want to make sure that's really clear here. Renee Hounsell, I know January 29th. You say, what is a January 29th birthday, and how does that affect a person? Well, if that's your birthday, honey, happy birthday coming up. And in your case, January 29th, Venus goes direct. So that's going to give a lot of energy to you and your birthday. So January 29th is a 1116. It's a 9. It's a completion year for you. If I did that right, I believe I did. It's a completion year. So that is very good. So happy birthday, honey. All right. So Paul Katz. So this is a great question, Paul. I really appreciate this question. He said, I was in a grocery store last night and I heard a song that my closest friend who unexpectedly transitioned in November and I used to sing at CSL Centers on Sunday morning. He said it was very unusual, if not near impossible, to hear this song in a grocery store. It's a rarity. It wasn't a big hit. The minute it started, I said, Hi, Barbara, who was his friend who passed. I suppose my question would be, how does my friend's energy on the other side create or influence a moment like that? Or is that my higher self is working with her higher self to create it? Oh, great question. So non-believers would say it's just a coincidence, but in my world, I can't see being in a grocery store at that specific time and hearing that specific song as anything but my friend sending me a song. So let me answer this. It's a sign from your friend, Barbara. It's a sign. So how it works, it's a beautiful sign, isn't it? How it works on the other side is they influence. I mean, think how much work they put in for that. Like they calculate, you're going to be at the store at this time, blah, 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 and they calculate, and they somehow have this. I don't know the mechanics of it, but they somehow get this all to happen. I think there's so much wonderful energy on the other side that they can pull all this stuff out. And it's amazing. And I will tell you a story. And here's what happened. When my mother was dying, um, about a month before she passed, I said to her, "Who do you want to come and get you when you pass?" And she goes, I named all these people. No, 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 no. And I go, well, I go, who would you like? Because somebody's going to be there, Mom. And then she goes, I want your dad. I'm like, you want my dad? What? Like they had been divorced for 40 years, so it made zero sense. So I said, all right, dad will be there. So I'm driving home, and if anybody knows in Los Angeles, the 405 freeway, I was like bumper to bumper traffic, and this was me in the car. Listen, dad, like you have to be there for mom. You've got to come and get her. It's like really important. Please, I don't ask you for anything, but please, God, be there for mom. Okay. So my phone, my radio was actually on. I had Sirius radio, and it was on, but it was on like I don't even know what station, like probably the 70s station, knowing me. And all of a sudden, it flips to, without me touching it, to this channel called Escape, which my dad was known as the escape artist. He would always like weasel out of something. It was like the greatest weasel of all. But anyway, from this escape station, I'm like, what is this station? And then my dad's hit song comes on the radio, and that song was Windy by the Baja Marimba. And I was stunned. I mean, I don't listen to this station. I hadn't heard that song in a million years. And I'm like, whoa, dad, okay, you heard me. And he heard me. So music is a beautiful way that they do it. I don't know the mechanics of it, but maybe they get other souls to help them. I don't know. It would be really fun to figure that one out if I knew that one. But it's not a coincidence. Not at all. So that's one of the ways that loved ones brings us messages. All of a sudden, a song will pop on the radio, or all of a sudden, if you ever wake up with a song in your head, you may have had a visit from somebody, too. That's a big one too. Um, and so he says, second of all, I'm a natural at spiritual counseling and trained as an intuitive medical intuitive. How cool is that? I loved my teachers until I noticed they weren't walking the talk and I fell out with them. Paul, nothing is more disappointing than that. I so get that one. It's unbelievable. Anyway, you said he goes on to say, I feel lost and I was out of whack in terms of my skill and wondering what energy you might see around finding a new teacher. Hopefully, one I won't fall out with. Or if not a teacher, then someone about a spiritual practice. I think you should take James's course. And Renee, do we have a link for James's course on spiritual life coaching? Take any of his classes, but that's a good one, and I think that it's a great one actually. And James walks his talk, so that might be a great one for you. Okay, and 6 6. This is a long question, Paul, but I'm amused by it and I like it. 6 6 is a Jack of Diamonds. So Jack of Diamonds comes in, they could do anything. You could do anything, and they come in as healers too. So go you. I think that's really good. Okay, so oh my God, I love Wendy. Thank you, Ann Margaret. Isn't that a great song? Yeah, my dad, they had a big hit on that song. It was a huge hit. Hi, Lindsay Page Hurst. How are you, honey? Oh my God, Lindsay is such a great soul. She is like the president of one of my brothers. I have two brothers, fan club. So Lindsay, I just love you. You're just wonderful. Alyssa Watling, plan on starting a business very soon. Based on astrology, when is a good time to start a business, make a shift or a transition? Great question. From about February 5th forward. Okay, you want to wait till Mercury goes direct. But because all these planets in Capricorn, do it before March 6th. Okay, do it before March 6th. It's such an important practical time that gives like energy and practicality. It's not like foo-foo time. This is like a really good time to start a business. So the other thing I want to say when we talk about February, which I'll talk about February next month on next week, because that's going to be a heck of a month too. All those twos. So if you are trying to get pregnant, it may be a month for that. If you are wanting to be in a relationship, Good month for that. Okay. So just know that. It's got some, Valerie, you're familiar with the 405, right? I used to say the only nature I got was like driving on the 405. Now I live in nature, and my only traffic is a tractor in front of me every once in a while, um, which is really a dichotomy. Okay, let's see. Diana Blank. I'm trying to reorganize my surroundings as well as extricate myself from energy vampires. Go you, Diana. That's great. I'm retired RN. Bless your heart. And everyone depends on me for medical as well as emotional support. Oh, I've heard this from so many nurses. I've heard this so many. Um, that's a tough one, isn't it? So yeah, you're definitely going to get a mini reading here. So your birthday, first of all, you were born in 1948, which is a 22 year. Anybody was born in 1948, 1957, that's me. 1984, and then keep going from there. But it's a 22 year for that, so they're builders. So you definitely come in with abilities to keep going. So November 13th, I'm going to check that out. So November 13th is a 7 of clubs. That means all about letting go of any negative thinking and taking care of people, particularly, and I don't know if this fits with you, but it might, that don't want to grow up. Drugs and alcohol, things like that that limit people. That's what you'd have to you have to watch, okay? Because you have to watch negativity. And this year for you, it's it is, let me see for a minute. Hold on. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It's a 3 year, which will give you a lot of creativity. So I would actually put I take I'll tell you what I would do. I would take some classes with James. He's got that great school, and one of them is a 28-day transformation. And that really kicks in that whole cycle of, what you can do. But you're here for spirituality. So expand on that. Watch negativity. Okay. Hi, Karen Dimmock. Hi, Kellee. She was born on July 27th. So July 27, oops, why am I doing that? July 27, usually I know these by heart, is an ace of clubs. An ace of clubs, oh, let's see, I'll tell that in the future. Um, they they can do ace of clubs comes to do a lot of things. You might do this for a period of time, then do this. They're the students of the world. They're the students of the universe. They come to learn, 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 and they're always looking for a special love in their life, which is interesting. So, and there's often problems with family. Do you want to get to reconcile with your family, because this is a year where, let's see, something 9, 16, 17. Ooh, it's a set. Do I do that right? Is that a 22 year for you? 17, 18, 19. Oh, it's a 22 year for you. Wow. I'll tell you this, Karen, if you want, this gives you a tremendous amount of strength this year. So, and everything is a lesson from them. And let's see if we can get a message from your mom and dad. I think they just want to make sure that you're okay. You know, everything with them is fine, but I'm going to do it. Let's do talking to heaven here I love James's card. Whoops. If I can do this right, talking to heaven, because these are great cards. So let's get a message from your mom and dad. I send you loving signs through nature. That's a pretty card too. So look for butterflies. Look for, I don't think they have butterflies where I am right now. No way. But look for birds. Birds are a big one. Okay. So just do that. Just do that, honey. Okay. Martha O'Brien, you need some help? Well, let's get you a card. Okay. Let's do messages from the guides, which I love also. I love this deck. Messages from the guides. This is another deck from James, and I love it. So let's get you some cards here. Okay. Never judge another. So that also goes to never judge yourself, honey. Never judge yourself. So if you need help, I'm not sure if you need therapy. I'm not sure what kind of help that you need right now, but don't be judgy. I could tell you that right now. And if I had your birthday, I would give you a little more information. Okay, but uh, interesting. Karen Bennett says, "Oh, thanks, Renee. What a cool story." Karen Bennett says, "Crazy with songs. I would get one particular song every single time I got into the car, and sometimes 2 or 3 times a day, and it was not a common song, a gift from hubby, I'm sure." Absolutely. When a loved one passes, they want you to know they're very alive on the other side. They want you to know that they're with you. They want you to enjoy life. They want to give you messages. Imagine how thrilling it is for them when all of a sudden they recognize that you have seen their sign. It's thrilling for them. If you think about it, right, on those terms, they love it. Oh my gosh, they just love it. They love to be talked about too. I have to say, they just do. Where did I put my? Where I have so many papers here. I wanted to answer some other questions here too. Um, let's see here. Okay, so Renee Bear King, please do a reading for people born today on January 27th. So January 27th, I think I just bought a new desk and it's big, but I think I need a bigger one. Um, January 27th, today, it was a king of clubs. Wow. So king of clubs, if you're a female with a king of clubs, that means you're a female with a male brain and very psychic, very intuitive, like Renee, very intuitive. And this year for you is a 10, it's a 7, so it's a spiritual year. Okay, that's what it means for you. Okay, Margaret Coey. I had a stranger buy me flowers. Oh, sweet. He bought some for his wife, but then wandered around the supermarket with flowers and tapped me on the shoulder. I was in the dairy department. He said, "Your husband told me to buy these for you." Whoa! Favorite color too. My husband had passed over a few years prior. Later, I had a reading and the medium told me the story and how hard my husband had to work to convince the guy to buy them for me. Okay. Wow, I have chills everywhere. Oh, honey. Let's get a card for you from your husband because that is just a wild story. See how hard they work? I mean, on the other side, they work so hard trying to get everybody's attention. Oh, I am here helping you. I bet your husband has a great sense of humor too. Oh my gosh. I tell you, you're never alone. You are never alone. But that's a great story. Thank you for that. Okay. Um, Carol Trotman. My dad, Ron, passed away almost 2 years ago. Sorry about that, honey. It's hard to lose a dad. A lot of strange things have happened since, and I have no doubt he's reaching out, but he's trying to get a specific message to me. I just think he wants you to know how much he loves you and how appreciative he is of you. Okay. And it looks like you might have been there when he passed because he's talking about how lucky he was to have you. So here's a card. It was my time to go. So that's from your dad, honey. It was my time to go. Okay. And there we all have an expiration date, right? I mean, when you look at the carton of milk, Don was looking at these dog food biscuits the other day and he's like, "No, we got to get rid of them." I'm like, "Why?" I mean, he's like, "No, they're like 6 months old." But we all have an expiration date and we just don't know exactly when that day is going to come. So live life to its fullest. My favorite expression now, and I heard this from Steve Kanicki, who told me this from Steve Jobs, which I love. And I actually ordered a big print of this. Make a dent in the universe. In other words, make a change for yourself. Do something, make a dent in the universe. Do something amazing out there with the time that we all have because it's important. Christine Salisbury, my birthday is 5/29. Do I have any messages about my children or grandchildren, especially my Gemini twins on 5/29? So your birthday is 5/29 and your grandchildren are 5/29. That deserves a message for sure. 5/29, 3 of clubs. Well, you're all a bunch of psychics. I could tell you that. That's amazing. So let's get a message from all of your guides. Wow, that's amazing. Okay. Don't relinquish your power. So, Grandma, hold that power here. that's that's kind of funny. I think you all have guides that are funny because that's a very funny one. Hi, Beth. Would love a reading. 1116. Thank you, Kelly. I've discovered who my tribe and who are not my tribe, except that none of these people are in my family. It really has been amazing. It's true. We do pick our family members. Okay, we do. On the other side, we pick our family members. You're going to ask, why would I have chosen that one or this one? I ask that all the time, but I already know the answer is I've had to learn an awful lot. The good thing about, I guess I was born into a family with a good sense of humor. Intense, but a good sense of humor, and I guess that helped me survive a lot of family things. But anyway, let's get you a card, Beth. Ooh, you're going to love this one. Your beliefs are right for you. How great is that? Get a picture of that. Your beliefs are right for you. So that's from your guides. And really, a great message for you, honey. A great message for you. So I want to answer this is an interesting question. And this is from Isabella Prisiandero Cerulli. You and James have said we chose this time to be here. Yes, we did. Since we know there is good and bad in this world, yep, this is one of those places. Why would someone choose a role that would hurt others, as in a dictator or a political leader? It's a great question. Do our choices become influenced and changed during the course of life, or is there a higher purpose for the good and bad? There's a higher purpose for the good and bad. And I'll tell you, this school, this Earth school, I think is the most challenging of all. And there are schools all over in every galaxy. This, I believe, is the most challenging. If there's something more challenging, I don't want to know about it. But I think it's so challenging, and I believe that it will constantly be a challenge until such a time when there's enough light workers to kind of counterbalance that. But the challenge helps us grow because, and each time there's a challenge, we have to look at it as we have a choice because we have free will here. How do we want to respond? How do we want to grow? Are you tired of being just immature? Are you ready to grow up? And that's what a lot of um, these lessons are about. So why would somebody choose to be a dictator? Why would somebody choose to come in with a personality disorder? It's a good question. Other than this place, this earth plane requires on some level a dichotomy. It requires that black and white thinking. So then we can all learn and grow from it. I hope I answered that question. There's a higher purpose here, and so all of us can grow. And wisdom is really ultimately why we come here. Okay. Was your dad in the band that did Wendy? Yes, my dad was in the Baja Marimba band back in the day. He was also on the Johnny Carson, The Tonight Show for many years. So yeah, he was a very, very, very interesting guy. Okay, where can we look up our card is? Okay, Veronica. You can go to seventhunders.com and that's one of the places that you can see it. It's called the Destiny System, Destiny cards, and it's fun to see because I think they're so damn accurate. And June 5th, your birthday is June 5th, and that's a Queen of Diamonds. So Queen of Diamonds is somebody that um, has not had an easy life, but values are very important. What you value, and it could be in relationships, it could be monetarily wise, it could be anything. But money is or values are important. It's to teach you values. Okay. So, okay, Wanda Man. Hi, Wanda. What number would I be? 721, 1952. So you were born on 721. So July 21st is a seven of clubs. Seven of clubs comes for spirituality. All sevens do. Seven of clubs has to overcome negative thoughts, negative behavior. There would be Yeah, you have to just watch, like alcohol, drugs. You have to stay away from. It's a very interesting one. But and then this year for you would be six, seven, eight, nine, 7, 8, 7. So it's a spiritual year for you, honey. That's a good thing. Okay, Paul Katz. Thank you so much, Kelly. I know my question was indulgent. It's okay. It's the writer in me. I so appreciate the perspective and reinforcement that that song in the grocery store was not a coincidence. No, it was not. No, no way, Jose. Okay. Alyssa, I was planning on starting my business on 2/22/22. Sounds great. Okay, that's fabulous. That's a 3 of diamonds day, 3 of diamonds day as well. And 3 of diamonds come in with a lot of talent and a lot of hard work. So you have to work really hard, but that energy of all those twos, that'll do it. I think it's a great, great thing to do. Hi, S. Hernandez. Hi, Kelly. I'm looking to buy my first condo. Congratulations. When is a good time to buy? My birthday is 9/23/77. So 9/23, September 23rd is an ace of clubs. And let's see, for you, anytime right now, anytime coming up, anytime that you find the right one for you, because for you, it's got to be perfect. I know there's a thing of wanting it to be perfect. I would say just do it. Just do it. And congratulations. That's a big deal. Karen Dimmock. Hi, Kelly. Born July 27th. Any messages for me? Oh, I think I did answer that question. I think I did answer that question. What do I see you moving into a warm climate? I see myself moving to a warm climate every day. Um, just kidding. I do love it here, but the cold weather, not so much. Okay, July 27th. And again, July 27th is an Ace of Clubs. Ace of Clubs, yes. You definitely, probably, maybe wherever you want to go. But yeah, I bet you do move. This year brings a lot of change for people. Melinda Talbert. Hi, Kelly. My birthday is 8/26. Will I meet my soulmate in 2022? I'm saying that to a lot of people that they are going to. 8/26, August 26th is a King of Hearts. Oh, bless your heart. I know that you really do want to connect with somebody. And you come in for children and to teach children and to have a family. So yeah, this is a good year for that. It's a really good year. If you're single, I would say if you're single, start looking in February because February everything starts to open up. Okay. I think it would be a really, really good time to do that. Okay, so Julie Akers, hi Kelly, 621. I was wondering if I could get some career direction advice. I have so many directions to go in business. Any information? Okay, let's see. So 621, June 21st is a 9 of clubs. Okay, so 9 of clubs comes to complete something, and it's something with often, I'll tell you what I know you said business. Often I see a lot of therapists in this business. I see a lot of people because there's so much compassion with the 9 of clubs. They have so much compassion here. But you come in to have success with business. I feel that it has to do almost more in some spiritual arena here with it. So and let's see, 6, 12, 13, 14, 15, and something that brings you a lot of balance. Um, don't feel held back. This is a year to do it. This is definitely a year. I tell people this all the time, but I didn't even go back to grad school till I was 52. So you can do anything. If I can go to grad school at 52, anybody can do anything. Okay. Was your dad famous? He was pretty well known. Yeah. He was a bebop jazz guy. Okay. Cheryl Anderson, February 17th. Would love a reading. Am I close to my Saturn return? Yes, you are. So Saturn returns the first time is about 28, 29. 30, around that period of time. And a Saturn return, what that means is that it's when life gets serious. Saturn is the planet of serious. So things get more serious. Like early on, that's when people get married, they have a family, they buy a house, they have their career. It's the first Saturn return. The second one is about 58, 59, 60. And that's where you review your life and you kind of go, I don't want to do this anymore. I think I would rather do this, or I want to. I'm much more cerebral now, or I'm more in my this now, or I want to do that now. And wisdom starts to take over in that. So February 17th is an eight of diamonds. And eight of diamonds often come to help other people also. They often have a big smile. So I'm assuming that you have a really big smile. And you may feel like you're in limbo, but just take some action. Okay. And by the way, things get better towards your birthday. So when you get to your birthday, just know that things are going to turn around and get a lot better for you. Okay. I know that. All right, Margaret Cowie, 816, August 16th, and that is a 10 of clubs. So 10 of clubs, really, really very creative. Often to come in as teachers, movie stars, actresses, singers, really talented people. And they have a brain that just keeps going because they're so creative. Sometimes they have a hard time sleeping, but they really come to learn so much in this life. Learning is a big part of that. So, and 816 this year for you is 12, 13, 20. It's a 3 year. If I did that, I did it pretty quickly, but I think it's a 3 year, which would make it real creative for you. So make sure you spend some time with creating. Okay, so Linda Macus Alquist, your birthday is 9/26. So September 26th is a Jack of Hearts. Jack of Hearts often comes to sacrifice. Often they're really talented in business or they're great therapists. It's almost like one or the other here. Um, but they're often empaths too, really, really strong empaths. That's a really intuitive date as well. So, and this year for you is 8, 6, it's a 5 year. So it's some changes. Expect some interesting changes this year. Okay. So, Melania Stan, my birthday is 10/29, and the last 2 years were difficult for me. I want to know if this year will be better for me and my family. The last 2 years were really difficult, period, weren't they? They were just hard. And I'm sorry they were hard for your family. A lot of people in the last couple of years, it's all about growing, expanding our consciousness. That's why a lot of these things have felt pretty hard. This is a tough school. I mean, if we just think about it from a human standpoint, the humans are complicated, and this is a just a tough place to be. So have some compassion for what you went through. And 1029 is a Six of Hearts. Six of Hearts always wants to make the family get together. Six of Hearts is all about the family. Is my family going to be all right? And yes, they will be. This will be a better year for you for a lot of reasons. It will be. Okay, just hold that. And I'm going to get you a message from your guides, Melania, okay? Like attracts like. So, what this means is start thinking in the most positive, upbeat way that you can. Positive, upbeat, and then that actually uh, makes you start to feel better too. Timothy Smith, I'm considering doing a massage course. Not sure if this is the right path for me. My date of birth is the 5th of July. So, okay, July 5th is a 10 of diamonds. Oh, it'd be a great path for you. It'd be a great path to start because you're probably, again, I've seen a lot of therapists with that date too. Interesting enough. But yes, I think you should definitely do start down that path. And then from there, you might end up being very spiritual. You might get into energy work or all kinds of things. Now this is for you, Timothy, from your guides. Release toxic relationships. So I don't know if that means that you've had people that are, cling masters around that it might be time to release. But, and especially doing massage here, you don't want, I mean, you want to help with that, but you don't want to pick up their stuff. Okay. Gayla Mathis. Hi, Gayla. Would love a mini reading. 11/12/54. So 11/12 is an eight of clubs. Eight of clubs are really interesting because they can outthink everybody as well. They're often writers or intuitives or something along those lines. And so this year, let's see, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, it's an 11 year for you. You know, I think that you should go into some spiritual something. Anything spiritual would be very good for you, Gayla. Okay, hold on a second. So I know. Oh, I have to answer this. Kim Ann Snodgrass. Kim, this is a good question. She says, it seems like people, more people, are having UFO sightings. I noticed that too. Part of this world would be the advent of cell phone cameras. Yeah, true. But do you think that there are just more, or is it the same amount? And are people raising their vibrations so they are able to see what it's always been out there? It's a great question. I think they've always been there. I think that we can see them more because we're more attuned to that now. There's less um, negativity about it, and we have cell phones. But they're out there. I mean, I've seen them. They're out there. There's a place in Los Angeles, Topanga is what it's called. And I remember driving through, it was before cell phones, and I remember driving through Topanga Canyon and seeing all kinds of odd things out there in this canyon. And I said to the person I was with, "Oh my God, what are those?" This person turned to me and said, "Oh, they're UFOs. That's what's out here." I was like, "What?" And it was like a common thing for this person. I was like, "Whoa." That's anyway. If I'd had a cell phone, I would have taken a lot of pictures. But so so interesting. Oh, let me answer this. This is from Tom Owen. He said, "Hi, spiritual medium Kelly White. I was wondering if you know of any type of disturbance on the other side of the veil this last week. I'm a medium, and I had a visit that was unusual and creepy, and so did several other medium friends of mine, particularly last weekend. That's really strange. So I was wondering if you may have any insight. It was pretty strange. You know, uh, I don't know, Tom. That's such a good question. I didn't have it, but I will say this: the energy was really weird last week. So it could be that you and your friends, are raising your vibrations and keep raising them. Keep raising your vibration. Could just be tests and challenges. As mediums, we have all kinds of challenges on our in our growth. Gordon Smith the other day he was so great when he talked about they said to him, I guess one of the questions was, do you know how do you feel when you go into a haunted house or something? And he was like, what? I don't like the way the furniture looks. He was so funny. And I kind of feel the same way. So the energy was really weird though last week. I'm going to say that. Okay. And I want to answer this question for a woman named Dawn Brown. It's a woman and said the Dawn Brown. And I was asking me if I could help find her husband. No, I'm sorry, honey. I don't do missing people. And but I know that there are mediums that do that. I just don't. And I think on James's site you can go and they have mediums that perhaps do that. I just don't do that. I'm a medium that specializes in things like emotional health, suicide, those kind of things. So, um, so Renee, my birthday is today. Happy birthday! So I think I answered that, Renee, and you were born in 1960. So this is going to be a good year for you. This is going to be a good year for you. Hi, David Vigiano. Hi, David, my friend. Hi, Kelly. Still trying to get through the renovations in my new house. Sorry about that. Isn't it a drag? But my bigger focus is my work career. I feel a big change is around the corner, but I'm still not sure what that is. Any guidance on how to proceed or what do I see in the cards for you? So I forget that your birthday is September 27th, right after me. So September 27th is a 10 of hearts. And this year for you, let's see, hold on a minute. 9, 9, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. It's a 6 year, so it brings in a lot of balance. I'll say this. Let me look into that for a second. I The change is around the corner for you, David. I think it all starts when Mercury goes direct. I have this feeling as soon as Mercury goes direct, you start getting calls out of the woodwork to do different spots. I know you do a lot of television spots and a lot of those kind of things. Something happens again once this Mercury goes direct. Okay, this is a good year for you. This is a good year for you. And I love to see your dogs on Facebook. They're so cute. Okay. Rachel Alvarado. worried about the future. Now, 1122, does that mean your future or the world's future? 1122, that's a big one right there. 1122, and that's a Jack of Hearts. Jack of Hearts, I bet you worry too much. So let's turn that around for you, Rachel. Okay, let me get a card from your for your guides. Okay, so well, at least you have a sense of humor. Be yourself, and I'm going to say this about that: with be yourself, take some deep breaths, okay, and stay in the present moment. That's what we have right now. That's all we have. So you have to stay in the present moment. Mindfulness would be so good for you. And also, it might be, you may want to join us when we do our webinar, because our webinar on the COVID effect, we're going to be talking about staying in the present moment and we're working with anxiety, which is worry about the future, which is what anxiety is. And we're going to be giving tools, psychological tools and spiritual tools for growth for everybody. And this amazing sound healer, Geraldine Glass. If you don't know who she is, look her up. She's phenomenal. She's an international sound bowl healer. And how she got involved with this, she's a professional musician. She's extraordinary. And what happened is her son passed away a few years ago, and he came to her and he started saying, "You have to do these bowls." And she's like, "What? What?" And her story is really interesting, and her work is phenomenal. And so we're going to be sitting in this sound bath. Oh, it's going to be phenomenal. So please join us on February 12th. We would love to see you there. It's going to be great. And you'll be able to ask questions to me, to James Van Prague, and to Dr. Shirley and Pelizzeri. I mean, really, we're going to be talking a lot about this, about things that you want to discuss, and how you're doing, how everybody is doing with all of this. So I hope I got all the questions. Lisa Marie, I am going to get a card for you, Lisa Marie. So you're so sweet. Okay, so your birthday is 12/11. So 12/11 is a 7 of clubs. So don't worry. You should take this class with us, Lisa Marie, because it's going to help a lot with anxiety. And here's a message for your from your guides. Oh, no, that's I put it in the wrong pile. Here we go. Appreciate your talents. Appreciate your talents. So appreciate yourself, honey. That's a good card. Appreciate your talents. There you go. Um, Hi, Deborah. Hi, Kelly Moreau. 111. Okay. So your birthday is on 111. Whoa, that's a good birthday. 111. So anybody that was born between January 1st and about January 13th, really old soul. They come in with a deep dive to learn a lot in this lifetime. So January 11th is a 3 of spades. 3 of spades is all about using the creativity side. Please, Kelly, make sure you use some creativity. Often I find people are lawyers, musicians, artisans, marketing, things like this with that one. And that's a good one. So let me get you a card from your guides, okay? Y- Set your intentions. Set your intentions, especially do it now. Set your intentions for what you want to do. And this year for you is a 6, 7, 8, 9. It's a completion year. So what everything that you may have started, it's time to complete it. It's time to complete it. Okay. Renee went, Kelly, you and James always say we choose when we want to come back. My question is, great question. How much do we know what will happen in the future? Like when we have known we will live through a pandemic when we were born, be it 50, 60, or 70, yes, we would have known. Love your personality. Oh, so sweet. Thank you. Um, I believe that we do know that. I believe that we are going, it would, and I think that's why so many of us chose to be here during this time. Because remember, when we're born, we forget everything that we know on the other side, okay, to some degree. Some really forget. And I'm like, wake the fuck up. But I think I just forgot a little bit. I don't think I forgot all the way. I'm sure I didn't. But anyway, the reason I even mention this is because that's such a good question. I believe we did know. And I also believe that we wanted to be here for this time because it's going to grow us so much. I mean, think of all the adversity, think of all the drama, think of all the, choices we have to make, good versus this one. Now I'm friends with this one. Now I'm not friends with this one. Family members, bitter, fighting, like craziest time ever to be alive, ever. And it makes us, learn a lot about ourselves, learn a lot. And that's why we wanted to be here. So, yes, we definitely knew before we were coming in here. Definitely. You know, can you imagine hearing this? Let me get this straight. So, I have an opportunity to go and do what? Yeah, it's going to be great. It's going to be what? I mean, imagine this conversation that you're having. I don't know. I crack myself up with this. But anyway, here's a card for you, Renee. Ooh, Journey Within. And that's a good card for everybody, a good message for everybody. Journey Within. Everybody take that time to go inward, because that's going to be really important. Yeah, hi, Cece. Deborah. Oh, I love your hair. Thank you. Sandra Lee Small, my 7-year-old granddaughter I'm raising. Good for you. Wow. Was climbing at a tree while I was feeding the birds today, and a cardinal flew into the tree and stayed with her and watched my granddaughter until she climbed down. Oh, I have chills. Well, that could be your daddy in heaven. And she said, I know. Oh, I have chills everywhere. It's definitely her daddy. Definitely. Then we went inside the house, and she came running out of her playroom and said her music box just started playing by itself. I have chills everywhere. This daddy, for sure. Oh, you are so correct. Wow, 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 wow. And boy, he loves her. Oh my God, he will always be there with her. Always. So just know when people see a cardinal, that is a sign of a loved one. But this is a particularly wonderful moment, Sandra. Okay. And this is so you should see, this is the card I got. We are so connected. So just know how connected he is to, and he's just to you and to his daughter, and just how grateful he is to you, Sandra. Please know that. Okay. Please know that. Julie Akers, I've been seeing feathers flying through the air indoors and landing right in front of me. Angels, angels, angels. Whenever I see feathers, I always think angels immediately. Isn't that great? Oh my gosh, Karen. Yes, I am knowledge driven, Kelly. Okay, so Timothy Smith. Hi, Kelly. I'm considering studying a massage course, right? I'm a little insecure and nervous. Don't be, around finances? Again, July 5th, again, which is a 10 of diamonds. 10 of diamonds comes in blessed with finances. They come in blessed. They have to work for it, but there'll always be money there. You just have to work for it. Okay? Because that's a blessed thing. That's a blessed thing. Okay. Okay. Diane and Tim. Hi, Diane and Tim. Do I have any infinite wisdom for you and Tim? Yes, keep doing what you're doing. You guys are the best. But let's get a card for you. Okay, here we go. And this is you are never alone. Never alone. And this has to do with your parents. You're never alone. Okay? Just know that you're loved. And a lot of the animals, you've got animals all around you too. Just know that. And everybody, join us on Monday on Both Sides Now and Beyond with James Van Prague and me, and Dr. Shirley and Pellizzari. Our guest is going to be Shirley. We're going to be talking about her favorite topic, trauma, trauma, and the soul. I'm not laughing at trauma, believe me. But Shirley is the best at talking about, how to recover from it and everything that we, go through. She is such a deep soul. Just, I love Shirley so much. And it's going to be fun for me because I'm going to have two of my best friends on, together, which I always love. And I want to do a shout out to my other best friend, Charlene. And I want to say, thank you so much, Charlene. I love this so much. This is an angel aura. It's called an angel aura quartz, and she got it when she went to Tucson to the big gem show. Because I used to love to go to that, but now I can't go. But I love to go to that. One day I'll go again. But I just love this heart so much. And this angel aura quartz is about upliftment and uplifting. So I just wanted to say thank you, Charlene. I love you. It was really sweet of you to do that. And everybody have a great night. And I'll see you Monday night at Both Sides Now and Beyond with James Van Prague. Take care.
You've been listening to Ask Me Anything, featuring spiritual medium and psychotherapist Kellee White.